The first thing that we need to know about the Roman army is that it is all predicated on order, and order permeated through all aspects of Roman life, whether it was government. We saw with the Republic, everyone had their role. When it comes to becoming an empire, it's one person in charge, disseminating orders from there. Public works projects, and especially the army. Order provides framework, expectations, and clarity for the men. And this is not that far off from modern forces today. You want to have that order, you want to drill that order into your troops. So the Roman army is organized into various legions. Each legion had 5,000 men under its command, and typically anywhere from 9 to 14 legions are operating at one time. The legion was then divided down into 10 cohorts, and then from there, each cohort was made up of 6 centuries, and centuries originally had 100 men. That's where we get the name from. So this is kind of the basic breakdown of each legion. And again, these are Roman citizens who are forming this. This is highly organized. This is highly well trained. The centurions are the ones who are training their men. They are responsible for drilling these ideas of order into their men at all times. In addition, you also had this group called Standardbearers. These are kind of the guys carrying the logos that people would rally around. If you've read the kind of sequel to the Percy Jackson series where it deals with Rome, this might sound familiar to you, the standard being an eagle. To be a legionary, you had to be a Roman citizen, physically fit, at least 5'3", because you'd carry this rectangular shield at your side, and if you were shorter than that, it would drag on the ground. Again, it's all about order. These shields are made to the same specifications for every single soldier. Most of the soldiers joined between 18 and 20. They'd practice the way that they would play. They'd go on marches. They would do drill in order to make sure that everybody can follow the orders. Again, it is all about order, being able to respond without thinking in a given situation. New recruits were given heavier things to kind of prepare them for the physical exhaustion of battle. In addition to the legions, you also had auxiliaries, and these are soldiers from lands that were conquered by the Romans, but not technically a part of the Roman army. A lot of these had different skills. The Romans are all about infantry and order, drilling, working together. They'd link those shields together and use them as a combined fighting force. Nobody is fighting one at a time like the ancient Greeks did. Archers could be auxiliaries, sword and a short spear. They were thought of as second class by the regular Roman soldiers, but they could become citizens after 25 years, and so could their children, so a lot of benefit to joining the army after you were conquered by the Romans. When they weren't fighting, they would do all kinds of things. They were kind of like the Army Corps of Engineers. And the weapons and armor that they used, the long spear called a pilum. The gladius is the name of the short sword that they'd use for close combat. And then the shield, again, I mentioned those shields quite a bit. And they'd use what is called the phalanx. This would be, at various points, about 8 men across, 4 men deep, and they would fight as a singular fighting unit, and they'd be able to move as a singular fighting unit. I'll post the PowerPoint. You can take a look through there. But here's an example of them put into battle. You can see that these units are highly organized. They're able to be split up and maneuvered at a given moment. And that kind of takes care of the Roman army, what the Roman army is known for. If you have any questions, let me know.